I'm going to start this video with something honest and simple. Most men are not truly afraid of intimacy. What scares them is rejection. That quiet moment when they try to move closer and the woman suddenly pulls away, becomes distant, or says something that instantly kills the mood. But imagine there was a calmer, smarter way to ask for closeness without sounding desperate or needy today. What if instead of pressure or awkward questions, you used simple psychology, not tricks, not force, but a clear understanding of how many women emotionally decide when they feel ready and who they feel safe sharing that moment with? That is exactly what this video will explain step by step. First, remember this quiet truth. Women rarely reject intimacy itself. They reject the feeling around it sometimes. If the emotional atmosphere feels wrong, tense, rushed, or confusing, the answer will usually be no. But when the experience feels warm, natural, and comfortable, the answer often appears without effort. That small shift changes everything because the method you are about to learn focuses on emotional timing rather than pushing for results. Too many men ask too directly, too early, or with nervous energy and doubt. Here is the hidden principle. Desire for many women does not start instantly the way it often does for men. Male attraction is usually quick and visual. You see someone attractive and your body reacts almost immediately. Female attraction, however, tends to build slowly through emotion, context, safety, curiosity, and anticipation. That is why someone can seem ordinary at first, yet weeks later feel magnetic and compelling. Understanding this changes how you approach closeness completely, because when you realize desire grows through emotional layers, you stop rushing and stop forcing moments. Instead, you begin creating situations where interest rises naturally. The first powerful rule is simple. Never ask for intimacy in a blunt, direct way. Direct questions create pressure. Pressure invites resistance, and resistance often leads straight to rejection. So shift toward emotional invitations. An emotional invitation feels different because it removes the sense of demand. Instead of pushing for a decision, you allow the moment to breathe. She does not feel cornered or evaluated. It simply feels like a shared experience where she can choose freely. Think about the last time someone tried to sell you something aggressively. The pressure made you step back even if you were curious before. Intimacy works in a very similar way. When a man asks bluntly about taking things further, the moment suddenly feels like a transaction. She begins analyzing instead of feeling. Doubt appears quickly. But when you guide the atmosphere emotionally, you speak to feelings rather than logic. Feelings rarely reject connection the same way questions do. So create safety, trust, and a sense of anticipation before anything else. Safety does not mean she must know you for years. It simply means she senses that you will not shame, rush, or pressure her. Calm behavior, steady tone, and patience create that feeling. Trust grows when your actions match your words. If you say there is no hurry, then actually show patience. Anticipation then builds quietly through small pauses, gentle eye contact, and unspoken possibilities between you. Most men focus only on attraction. They try to impress, entertain, or appear confident. Those things help, but they forget the emotional switches that turn curiosity into intimacy. When safety, trust, and anticipation are present, interest grows stronger without pressure. One powerful technique is what we can call soft withdrawal. Instead of leaning closer, you relax slightly and give the moment a little space to breathe again. This gentle step back removes tension instantly. When you show comfort without chasing connection, she senses respect and emotional control. Many times that small distance awakens her curiosity. She begins leaning forward again, not because she was pushed, but because the pressure disappeared. A similar idea works through subtle statements that highlight connection. For example, saying, "Our energy together feels calm and easy tonight, right now somehow." Statements like these do not demand anything, yet they quietly plant an idea. They help her notice feelings that may already exist. When someone hears their own emotions described clearly, they often agree internally and feel understood. Psychology calls this priming. Certain words gently color how a moment is experienced. Connection, closeness, warmth, and comfort begin shaping the atmosphere between two people without pressure or force. Another essential element is emotional calm. Intimacy often opens when a woman feels relaxed within her softer emotional state. That becomes difficult if the man appears tense, overly aggressive, or desperate. Instead, grounded presence, quiet, confidence, and patience encourage trust. Calm energy signals that the moment can unfold naturally without rush. When guards lower, curiosity grows, and closeness begins to feel easy, warm, mutual, and genuine. There is also a smart way to avoid the classic yes or no trap. Rather than asking directly for permission, you invite her to reflect on feelings. A gentle question like, "Does this feel comfortable for you right now?" shifts the focus inward. She is not judging you. She is simply checking her emotions. That small change removes pressure and opens honest conversation instead of rejection. When you respond calmly to whatever she shares, respect grows quickly. If she says things feel a little fast, you can simply slow down and enjoy the moment. This reaction shows patience and emotional maturity. Interestingly, removing pressure often makes attraction rise again because she feels heard, understood, and safe. From there, the connection can deepen naturally through mirrored energy, shared smiles, eye contact, and warmth. The final idea is simple. Highlight the moment instead of making a request. Saying something like, "This moment feels really comfortable," invites both people to notice the connection together. The focus becomes the shared feeling rather than a demand. Moments carry emotion, and emotion guides decisions. When people follow genuine feelings, closeness grows naturally.